Greetings, adventurers. This is DM Kurt here in smoky, hazy Southern Oregon. And let's talk about what D&D got right and got wrong for 5th edition. I'm going to go with Warlock and wrong. So, the Warlock character class, with me coming from 2nd going into 5th, that was a new class for me. And as much as I said I liked the Sorcerer, I disliked the Warlock. So the Warlock is a casting class based on charisma as its main attribute. The idea behind the class is part of what I don't like, and the other is the mechanics of the class I don't like. So the idea is that your character made some kind of a bargain with some sort of powerful entity, which could have been good or evil or chaotic, but most of the choices put forth in the player's handbook and various supplements, most of them are either evil or chaotic. There's very few good choices. And they, in exchange for whatever bargain, which is never specified, but you kind of hint that it might be their soul, which not exactly cool. And in exchange, they get a certain measure of power. And this kernel of power kind of unfolds, and as they gain levels, they get more powerful as they master whatever little seed of power they were given. I just don't like the concept for a player character. I think maybe that should be saved for an NPC of some sort. And I never really got the hang of or appreciated how it worked mechanically. You see, most of these Warlock builds are either Eldritch Blast builds or Hexblade builds. So the Eldritch Blast build is how they take the most powerful cantrip in the game, a 1d10 force damage cantrip, with force being one of the more rarely resisted things. You're more likely to get your full damage out of it. And the Warlock gets various things, various choices, and if they take those picks as they level up, they can choose various things to augment that cantrip, and then they just spam that cantrip over and over and over, and it gets better and better, but they're still just spamming a cantrip. Never runs out of juice, always on, pow pow pow, off goes your Eldritch Blast. They will have a couple of spells, and that's it. Very short spell list. It recharges on a short rest instead of a long rest, but it's still very, very short spell list of what they can do. I don't find that appealing. I know it's a popular class, and you know what? Maybe this video will generate some heat because it's a popular class. And if you like playing that class, good. I'm glad for you. I'm glad you're having fun with it. It just ain't for me. So, more room there for you, because I'm just not digging it. The other possible build is the Hexblade build, where instead of getting your power from some bargain with some extra dimensional entity, okay, could be a unicorn, probably a demon. Instead, you have some intelligent magic weapon, and this weapon is, and you have a bond, and you become sort of good in combat, and you can do some crazy magically empowered fighting up front and personal. Okay, you're probably limited to medium armor, and your hit dice aren't that great. You get maybe D8s. I'd have to check. I want to say Wizard's the only one getting D6s. Are they still getting that? But, you better be good at it. Because if you're up front with a weapon and you don't have the hit points to back it up, or the armor to back it up, to give you a good AC, you'd better have a lot of tricks up your sleeve to make it work. And one of the power selections for Hexblades, the one at 6th level, is one that I just can't see a really good way of having it fit with a good aligned caster, with a good aligned character. And that is the 6th level ability, where if you kill an enemy You get to take their spirit as a specter, an undead ghost-like thing, and force it to serve you for about an hour or so. Yeah, you're pulling somebody's soul out of their body and making it serve you. That's just straight up an evil character. And if you're saying no evil characters at my table, it's hard to squeeze a warlock in there, especially a hexblade. So, the warlock, I'm sorry, it's just not my thing, and I don't think it's a really great class. Even though it seems fairly popular, I just don't like it. That's just an opinion. That's just me. But there it is. DM Kurt, out.